You ever feel like the biggest thing holding you back in English isn't the grammar, but just the confidence to speak? Well, what if I told you the secret is hiding in plain sight, in simple, everyday conversations? Okay, let's jump right in and turn those basic chats into your best learning tool. So, does your heart start racing a little when you have to speak English? If it does, you're definitely not alone. It's super common. In the dialogues we looked at, one learner, Sarah, said, "Sometimes I feel shy to speak," and that's totally normal. But it's something we can absolutely work through together. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull apart some real conversations piece by piece. We'll find the simple formulas, the easy ways to start talking, and some quick grammar fixes that will get you speaking with a lot more confidence, like right now. First up, let's talk about one of the most common things you'll do, asking for something without sounding rude or demanding. It's all about being polite, and believe me, there's a really simple trick to it. Okay, check this out. This line is from someone on a train who wanted to swap seats. Notice how they didn't just walk up and say, "Hey, I want your seat." No, they use this really gentle two-part approach that makes you want to help them. And that is the formula right there. It's so simple. Step one, you open politely. "May I ask you something?" Or, "Excuse me." It just shows respect. Then, step two, you say what you need, clearly and directly. "Can we exchange our seats?" You can use this pattern for almost anything. All right, you've got the polite request down. But what about starting a conversation from absolute scratch? Let's move on to that. And trust me, it is so much easier than your brain tells you it is. This is the million-dollar question, right? You're sitting there, you want to be friendly, but your mind just goes completely blank. What on earth do you even talk about? What are the safe topics? Well, here you go. Think of this as your small talk cheat sheet pulled straight from the conversations we studied. These are all friendly, open questions, asking about travel, hobbies like books or music, family, or even just a normal day. These are all perfect ways to get a conversation started. Okay, time to get into the nitty-gritty of grammar. But don't worry, we're not about to open some huge, boring textbook. We're just going to look at a few of the most common mix-ups and turn them into simple rules you can actually remember. Now, this slide is really important. Let's look at these. Instead of just saying, "You like coffee?" with a questioning voice, you gotta start with do. Do you like coffee? Easy. Next, for he, she, or it, just remember to stick an S on the verb. He works. Simple. And that old much versus many problem? It's easy. Use many for things you can count like books and much for stuff you can't, like water. Prepositions can be a real headache, I know, but let's make these two super simple. Use at for a precise point in time, like at 6 o'clock. Use on for a bigger chunk of time, like a whole day or a date, like on Monday. So just think, at for the point, on for the day. Okay, this next idea is a total game changer. It's this mental shift. Instead of thinking up a sentence in your own language and then translating it, try to build the thought directly in English from the start. It might feel slow at first, but wow, this one habit will make you sound more natural faster than almost anything else. And while you're trying all this new stuff, you have to remember this. This quote is so important. Every single mistake you make isn't a failure. Nope. It's proof that you're trying, you're learning, you're getting out there. It's actually a step forward. So, we've covered how to ask nicely, how to make small talk, and a few grammar fixes. But honestly, none of that means anything without this one last piece of the puzzle, making it a habit. Let's talk about how you can actually make this a part of your everyday life. You know, through all the advice and all the conversations we looked at, there was one tip that came up again and again and again. It was the one rule that everyone agreed was the most important. And here it is, just one thing. Practice. Every single day. I'm not talking for hours until you're exhausted. A few minutes every day is so much more powerful than a huge study session once a week. Consistency is everything. And hey, practice does not mean boring. Check out this toolbox of ideas. Read a story you like, listen to some music, chat with a friend for just 5 minutes, write one sentence in a journal, or just pause a video and repeat a line out loud. All of it counts. Let this be your new motto. Seriously, the goal is not to be perfect. The goal is just to practice. The act of trying, of speaking, of making those mistakes we talked about, that's the real win. Focus on doing it, and the rest will follow. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question. Don't try to do everything at once. Just look at all these tips and pick one. Just one. What's the one thing you're going to start using today? because that one small action is where your journey to real confidence begins.